Hey, what's up, you guys? It's 3 Stacks, and I want to show you my version of ABC Artifacts. Now, this is a deck that can just really slap 8,000 damage on board, no problem. With the addition of Artifacts, I feel that it gives you that potent boost that you really do need to prevent your opponent from killing you, so that way, in turn, you can kill him instead. And Control is my favorite playstyle, so this deck is going to be running some nasty back row. But also, just the ability to OTK just gives this deck that you have 2 turns to play, and it's not gonna be very fun. So I like it a lot. Similar to my Dark Magician artifacts, it's first turn setup, second turn kill, and that's how it works. I might just take this to OTS, which is a very relevant event coming up this Saturday. I'm not sure because I do love my heralds. I know them like the back of my hand, but I have all these good decks. I have over 50 decks. And what do you guys see me playing the most? Herald Perfection. I have what, 53 other decks that I could be playing. I have a lot of choices, so a lot of my decks don't get as much attention because I'm always so focused on Herald. So I really do want to take the time and just play these and just enjoy them while I still can. So let's start off with the main deck. This is ABC Artifacts, but it's gonna be different because it's coming from your boy 3 Stacks, and we always gotta come with that creative spin on it. So we are running 3 the standard. My playstyle with this deck is to make my Buster, but also equip him to A, B, and C, so that way you're playing against back row heavy decks, right? Swing right over the traps. If you're playing against a deck, they have board wipes, unaffected by spells anyways, unaffected by monster effects, so nothing's touching him. If you kaiju him, right? A, B, and C all go off. Plus, plus, plus. Then next turn, Buster again. Really, really broken. I like it a lot. I really do. And if you're playing ABCs, if you didn't know by now, tag out on the standby phase. Don't even play the risk. Just tag out on the standby phase. Everybody's running kaijus. So yeah, that's pretty much the standard. And then 2 gold, 2 silver. I would definitely recommend, if you can, run these at 3. They're really good for so many different reasons. These are your synergy cards. These are one of your main combo play makers. These are powerful. I like them a lot. In my opinion, you should run 3 of each. I don't run 3 of each simply because of my deck space. That's it. If I had the room, I'd be running 3 of each. The gadgets are just broken. And then triple Galaxy Soldier. Now this is just something that really helps you to make your double Buster, because naturally, most ABC players, either they're running Brilliant ABC or they're just trying to get A, B, and C to the graveyard the standard way, which is by summoning them in XYZ. And since you're limited to 1 normal summon per turn, it's very difficult for other players to get 2 copies of A, B, and C in grave. And Galaxy Soldier just helps you by pitching them in the grave instead. And not only that, you're making a more powerful field because you can make something like Tzolkin, Crystal Wing, Buster, Cyber Dragon, Infinity. Or you can just go Cyber Dragon, Infinity, and Buster, which is still a very, very powerful board because you just got all this disruption. And once you tag out with your Buster, that's going to be game right there. Next turn, you're pushing for all the damage. And then the artifacts, we got 3 Scythe and 1 Moral Attack. I can definitely gear my extra deck to be more rank 5 heavy because I have all these level 5s, but everything in my extra deck is pretty much, it's tight. It's really, really tight, the space, because I'm running all these different engines and I'm trying to have the best plays I can make with all of them. So yeah, that's something I really would note, that if you guys have room, I don't have room for these, but if you have room for more generic rank 4s, you definitely should try it out. But my extra deck is really tight simply because I'm running Ultimaya Tzolkin, which takes up 3 spaces in my extra deck. That could be additional rank 5s or additional rank 4s. Spells, 3 Union Hanger. It's the only common in my deck. Everything else is hollow and shiny, which it's alright. I mean, everything else is beautiful. I don't like commons at all, but Union Hanger is only available as a common. And then 2 Terraformings. I think one of them is kind of messed up, but they are super rare first editions nonetheless. And then we've got 2 Pot of Desires. Now this is something you can try at 3. It's not very necessary because you only want to resolve it once. This deck has a delicate playstyle of where if you banish too many of your alphabets, you never make Buster ever. So really, you actually do want to play this after you play Union Hanger, but there are times where you're in a bad situation and you're like, you know what, I need to play this because nothing else in my hand is going to work. And then Double Ignition, similar to Pot of Desires, you can play that 3 if you want, if you just want to see it more often. It's a strong combo piece. If you play it at 3, you have the chance of drawing 2, which isn't bad because the first one sets the artifact, the second one can pop the same artifact. So Double Ignition still means Scythe, no extra deck. So That's something that comes up if you play at 3. Me, I just played at 2 because everything in here is tight. And for more of the synergy combo plays, we're running a double instant fusion. Now these are my 2 targets. So it's just perfect. 2 instant fusion targets for 2 instant fusion. So it's always live. I could play it at 3, but I just like it at 2. So I see it often enough to make my first turn Tzolkin if need be, or I'll just go for the infinity play. And then Soul Charge and Raigeki, sexy ones. Now that's it for spells. Triple Artifact Sanctum, very very broken. This you play this, you bring out Scythe. Whole turn, they can't do anything. Next turn, OTK. Triple Solemn Strike, because it's too good not to run. Now, my Herald of Perfection, I don't run 3 strikes simply because I've explained this to you guys. It's a combo heavy deck, and all you have to do is draw 2 cards that aren't part of the combo, and you're just not going to win. So, yeah, I have room to play 3 strikes in this deck, so why not? And then the barriers, because D-Barrier, once you activate it, similar to Artifact Sanctum, you just win. 2 Quaking Mirror Forces. If I could play 3 Quakings, I would definitely play 3. I just love it. I like it a lot. Most people like Drowning or Storming because they want to clear the board. I like to clog the board. I'm a little different. Just something's off of my brain. I like to clog the board. I like the idea of you having no monster zones. And then if you don't have high levels to tribute those face down forever monsters, the only person who's clearing your board is me. So I can just literally just sit there and I can just wait till we go into time, kill you because your life points are too low, or I can really just set up my board, and then when I'm ready to clear your board, it doesn't even matter what you bring out next because I've already established. So I like Quickie Mirror Force a lot. Sexy Warning, Sexy Vanities. If I had space, I'd be running a lot more traps. I'd be running probably more terraformings, more Pot of Desires. I'd be running more gadgets. There's a lot of stuff I could run more of, but I just have to do a balance ratio for everything. Everything is built the way I can see it often enough, but if I had the space, I'd be running more just so that I can have more because I just like it. I'm greedy. And the side deck, very similar to my Herald side deck. Three Kaiju Slumbers, 1 Dark Hole. Reason that there's 1 Dark Hole and not 2 is because of the space. There are some cards in my extra deck some cards in my side deck that weren't in my Herald side deck, but 4 Dark Holes, and then 3 of the best side deck staple in the game of Yu-Gi-Oh! 2 Lava Golems, the Kaijus, basically the same exact side deck as my Heralds, except 2 Maxis in the side, not the main. Reason being, I tested it out, and it was like, I don't know why, but I was drawing it too much, like way too much. So I just took it out, and I was able to put in 2 cards that are actually more beneficial at any given time. And so, yep, siding these. If I was maining them, I could put in another Dark Hole and maybe like just a Twin Twister and do identical side deck as my Heralds. Extra deck, Tzolkin. And how you make Tzolkin? Sea Monster Thesis, Galaxy Soldier, and any of the artifacts. So it's very easy to make Tzolkin in this deck. Very, very easy. And it's quick and efficient. And then Northern. So instant fusion targets. There should be no surprise here. 3 Busted, standard. And then some generic Ring Force. The generic Ring Force that I had room for. Castel, Tsukuyomi. Heavy Armored Train. Now, this guy could have been Gear Giant X. Here he is right here. But I chose him over Gear Giant X because he can make your monsters, your machines attack directly. Attack for 3k direct. And then when he floats, you actually get to search just like Gear Giant X. So it's like he's Gear Giant X, but with better stats because his attack and D are evenly balanced. And also just that OTK push. Like your opponent has 5 monsters, right? I just attack directly for game. And then the Utopia package. And then the only rank 5s that I could fit are Durandal and of course Infinity. The only reason why I'm even running Galaxy Soldier. And you guys should know this by now. Any deck that I can run Galaxy Soldier, I run it in. If you guys haven't seen it, I actually have a Bujin Ties of Brethren deck that runs Galaxy Soldier. And it's another cool deck. If you guys are fans of the Bujins like Yamato, Amaterasu and Susanoo, like Naruto themed names. If you guys are into that deck, I got that for you. And I may do an update on the Bujins. But yeah, tell me what you guys think of this. If you guys think it's a good option for this format. If you guys are fans of ABCs, because this is basically a Kaiba deck. And I am a huge Kaiba fan. I actually prefer him over Yugi. I know it's weird, right? Team King of Games. Yeah, I know. But anyways, if you guys think this is an awesome deck, you know, and if you guys have any beneficial advice, anything that would help at all, I would appreciate it. If you want to start hating, I mean, honestly, we're not gonna pay attention to that. But God bless you guys. Be safe. Have a wonderful day, and I hope to see you guys soon. It may be like 1 or 2 days before I put anything up, just because I really got a busy schedule ahead of myself, and I'm trying to get my plane ticket for Vegas right now. So it's really like grind mode on my job. So yeah, thank you guys, and I will definitely be hearing from you soon.